Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Set. 180. Check 53. I'm coming for you.
They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Second and 6, just inside the 30. Here's Newton. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. Give him 18 there, and the Saints have a first down. That catch, by the way, number 542 in his NFL career. That draws him level with Lance Allworth, who was a Hall of Famer with the Chargers back in the 60s and 70s.
Yeah, the man they call Bambi. So if you're in that type of territory, catch the same number of passes he caught, you know you're on your way to a big-time career. And just think, he's not through yet.
Now a first down throw for Newton. Looking here for Smith downfield. This is caught inside the 15. And he takes this thing way down into Atlanta territory. It's a big play there for the Saints. And even 40 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Johnson on the counter. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2. On 2nd and 11 now. Newton to the goal line, but it's incomplete. Johnson the intended target, and it's 3rd down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
He's checking. 20. Check 52. Check it back.
They give to Johnson going right. And he'll be brought down well short of the first at about the 9-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down. And his kick here is good. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D. Check 99. Check 99. Let him go.
Now Ryan. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Atlanta. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Get in the way. Got it. Back. Out. 21. Say. Check three. Switch. Check your hot read.
They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And that's caught inside the 30. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. So even with the pass interference, it's a completed pass. They'll go ahead and just take the play instead.
How about the effort? Making the catch despite the pass interference. Nothing else to be gained on the play. No need to take the penalty. The play stands.
Ready. Hey, South. Tighten up. Shoot. He's coming. We got double up. Switch.
After the penalty, here's Freeman. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Hey, South. Boy. 93's the mic. I'm trying to collect.
To throw is Ryan. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Ready. It's going to be a long day. Check 26. Check 31. Check. Wide. Get wide. Check. Fresno. 51. Watch it. 51.
On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Show it up. Kill.
Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down.
We got 4. 51, Sam! Hey, wahoo! Too little, cut. Check, 93's the mic. 6. Go! Get up!
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And that will be taken in by Ridley for a Falcon touchdown. Calvin Ridley, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Falcons have taken the lead. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
Matt Gay on for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. From the gun, here's Newton. Looking long for Thomas. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A gain of 32 that time. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now Johnson. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Now that sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
At the Falcons' 43-yard line.
On 2nd down, Johnson. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. The run hasn't worked the last couple of plays. Now it's 3rd and 14. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
Gun.
Couple of plays sent them the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14. Newton now to throw. Complete. It's Johnson. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up 4th. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He hit his first. Now this one from 48 yards away. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
At their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
We got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving. Undercrunch. Spot.
Hey, 59, ready. Hey, Tuesday.
A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. He's going to air one out. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 13. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. It'll be a Saints first down on a gain of 16 yards.
Back to the 3.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
From the 31, Newton. Johnson's got it complete. A Saints first down there on a gain of 11.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Check 13. Check 13. Check 53's mine. Check 53's mine. Wild Bill. He's crashing. He's checking crash.
A first down carry here for Johnson. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
From just shy of midfield, Newton. And Thomas has it. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. It's a gain of 35. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
They'll run on first down. Johnson. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout as there's a Saints player down here on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Watch the curl. Kill. Turn up. Check 24.
Great. Express.
Stay at home. Mike.
Now Newton. Got a man open. It's Thomas. It's a touchdown for New Orleans. Michael Thomas. His 3rd touchdown now on the year as his guys are able to regain the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Get him. Kill.
Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Mike's 5-4.
Hey, 5-7.
54 is Mike.
Now Ryan. Looking downfield for Jones. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Teron Johnson able to pick it. And he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it. Here's
Johnson. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. From the 31, Newton had his hands on it but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake, 3rd down.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. A shotgun snap for Newton. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Give them 18 there, and the Saints have a first down. Newton now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's first down. Here's Newton. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Only took them 3 plays, and they're already in the red zone, just like that. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And they give this time to the tailback. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
Ready, let's get it. 20, Greg.
On 2nd down, it's Johnson. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Great.
Here we go. Swing. Whip. Watch the whip. Check. Crunch. 8.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more?
It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Falcons. Calvin Ridley, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year, as they have now chopped this lead down to 3. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead.
And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. Past the 20. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
45, Mike, 45.
They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. Finding room at the 30. And finally brought down at the 38. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Newton. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down.
Number 36, a gain of 12, and the Saints first down.
Set, ready? 8. Gun.
You're not ready. Twist. Check 4.
On first down, it's Newton. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete.
Complete to number 36. Out of bounds at the 21-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. On the left hash mark, this a 38-yard attempt. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
Now it's Ryan. Looking deep for Houlihan. He's got a man, complete. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Freeman again. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to him back.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Hey, Charlie.
Hey, we got 4 down. Check, 93's the mic, 93's the mic.
Check.
Game situation, let's go. Check, 93's the mic.
From the gun, it's Ryan. And he will find his man on the outside. It's a 9-yard gain, and it'll keep the drive moving.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
He's checking. Crash.
Check 52. Hey, express.
Check, 93's the mic. I got it. Check the backer. Check.
They toss to Freeman. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Hey, Delta.
Check, 93's the mic.
You must be dreaming.
Check, 93's go.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Ryan toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones is intended receiver, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely, just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, Ryan. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And they went empty backfield, and because of that, nobody was there to pick up the blitz.
And you know that offenses, when they go with the empty backfield, they have different things designed on every play to try to account for things. But what people often forget, defense is audible as well. And a lot of times when they see an empty backfield, they audible right into a blitzing situation.
A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. They run it for the first time with a backup Murray. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
In your face.
Again, it's Murray. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield.
If you're the coaching staff upstairs, you might want to file that play away. Did you see how fast the safety closed on that one? Coming up in run support, made a big-time tackle. You might want to try and check into a pass next time.
Yeah, got him for a loss. Really, really great play defensively. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 34-yard line. Newton now 13 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Throwing on 2nd down, Newton. And his throw is going to be incomplete. The target that time, Michael Thomas. And it's 3rd down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. On 3rd down, Newton. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And, boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Out now is the field goal unit for New Orleans. From the right hash, it's a 41-yard attempt. And his kick is indeed good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So yet another field goal to end a drive. That has been a very common theme. He's now hit 5 of them in this game.
Yeah, Brandon, as an offense, you hate that you've had to call on your kicker so often. But you have to love the fact that time and time again, he's come through.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. On 2nd and 9, Ryan. He can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down. Dwayne Smoot. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons.
Let's go. Mike's 50.
Hey, Echo. You better be afraid of me. You better be afraid of me. Gun.
Check. Check. Fresno.
11. Hey, Foxtrot. Ready to go.
Mike's 50. You don't want none. You don't get it. Pick up the ball.
They snap it at 1. Now Ryan. Looking downfield for Jones. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this 3rd quarter of play. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Hey, watch it. Showing it.
Check.
Hey, turn it out. Watch the twist.
All right, 25.
The Falcons will go for it. It's Ryan. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And that is incomplete. Dan Quinn's guys unable to come through there on 4th down. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone.
Great.
On 1st down, Newton. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Tech McKinley made his way into the backfield. That's their first time getting to the quarterback, sack number 1. And, you know, they had 5 last week, I'm remembering.
And you have to find a way to slow down the pass rush, not necessarily with just protecting your quarterback, but you show them a lot of different looks, and they did that in the first half. You know, different angles, different things to slow down the speed. They got to him here in the second half, Now they've got to come up with a counter to that and maybe do something different.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. They run with Murray. Open space inside the 10. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Latavius Murray, his first touchdown on the year. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Extra point splits the uprights. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down, it caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
2nd and 10 now. Ryan. Throwing left side, it's complete. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
General West.
From the gun, Ryan. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. Now Ryan on 1st down. And he's got his star receiver. It's Jones for the Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as they're now just an extra point away from getting back within 1 score. Extra point by Gay is up and good, as this gets him back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. So the lead trimmed down to 8 as here comes the kickoff, and it's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. Again, it's Johnson. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, they've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
Newton on 1st down. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line.
The Falcons take over 1st at the 49-yard line.
Hey, like 25. Hey, check.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there now. Mike 50, Mike 50.
After the interception, here's Ryan. Looking deep for Julio. And this is going to be intercepted. Teron Johnson able to pick it.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Right now clinging to a one-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first down. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. He'll get 15 and a Saints first down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run it with Johnson. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They go to Johnson again. And an alley to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 14 yards is the pickup. First down, New Orleans.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And now nothing but green ahead of him. Touchdown, New Orleans. Ty Johnson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. On first down, Ryan. Now in and this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, so they got the score. Do you go for 1 here and save the possible 2-point conversion for later?
I think you do, because if you go for 2 here and you don't get it, that's deflation.
Yeah.
Now you wonder why you're even going for it. Take the easy one now and come back and try and get it later.
Extra point by Gay is up and good, as this gets him back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. This will be fielded at the 6. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Johnson. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game. Now Newton. He finds his man Johnson. Falcons going to use their third and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Here comes the Saints punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late-game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. They'll look to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 23 yards the pickup there. And he did exactly what they needed him to do, Charles. Got out of bounds. They have no timeouts.
And they knew that before the play even began. Still executed it. How many times have we seen it happen where you know it, yet a guy's still looking for a timeout or trying to stay in bounds? He got it done.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel. Check 93's the money. Give it a nothing today.
Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And he can't hang on to it. That would have sealed it. Instead, 2nd down. I want to go back to something you said in the first quarter about winning.
Is it a positive?
It is a positive.
Okay.
About winning the turnover battle as a visiting team, as an underdog. You were right. They've done just that, and look where it's gotten them.
It's part of the formula. When you go on the road, as you mentioned, being an underdog, winning the turnover battle is a big key, and this one's playing out in this one.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
Hey, Haywood.
93's the mic, 93's the mic. Here we go, G. All day, defense, all day, all day.
He's back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And a very good return as he'll take it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
You see me out here? That's right. We can't be stopped.
At their own 40-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. The clock cannot be stopped here. Defense can't do anything. So kneel it down, take it home.
No doubt about it. It's what you practice for in winning situations each and every week. Victory formation. Take a knee and go on into the locker room and celebrate.
Call it a victory. So this one, a victory here for New Orleans. And I know I'm not breaking any news when I say that any road win in this league is a good one.
No doubt.
But it's a double bonus when you get a victory on the road in your division.
And when you start a season, each team breaks down their schedule in different ways. Some do it every 4 games, right? Let's go quarterly. Others say, listen, we've got to take care of our home field. And, out of a 16-game season, if you get 8 at home, let's at least win 7 at home and split our road games. That's what you're trying to get done. So you're exactly right. A road win, precious, especially within the division.
So for New Orleans, it'll be a 500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they'll get another road test next week as they have to go to Lambeau to take on the Packers. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, the defeat is their first of the year as they drop to 3-1. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.